Moving on to question number 8, children. So I'll just write down question number 8. So question number 8 says a cylindrical container with diameter of base 42 centimeters contains sufficient water to submerge a rectangular solid of iron with dimension this much, and this much. Find the rise in level of water when the solid is submerged. So this is very easy. So here what is given here, children, that there is a cylindrical container like this. Okay, and then you have been given the diameters of this, sorry, not the diameter, sorry, the only diameter. Okay, the height has not been given, children. Okay, so you have to for sure assume that the height, let the height, you have to take it as h. Okay, or else what you can be taking, that let the rise in it. What has been asked? Find the rise in the level of water. Okay, so there are two things, children. If you want, you can take the rise in the level of water as h, because we don't require the entire water. Okay, so that whatever the entire water is there, that part is not required. So what you will be writing now, children, see here they have given what they have given, that this first we'll be writing for. Okay, before that I'll just complete this diagram with the diameter 42, so the radius is 21. Then here I am emerging a solid like this. Of course this is a 2D figure, but then it has to be like this. Okay, and then the dimension of the solids have been given. So what you will be letting, children, you will be letting that let the rise in water be, okay, for cylinder you will be writing like this. We will be writing in statement form now. For cylinder, the radius is equal to 21 centimeters. Okay, and let the rise in water, let the rise in water is equal to 8 centimeter. Okay, so this is what you are letting. And now what you will be letting, suppose, children, this is the 8 centimeter, this much. Suppose this height is 8 centimeter. So this is evident, children, that whatever is the volume of this particular solid, that much will be the rise in the water level. Okay, so what you will be writing, that volume of cuboid, what is being emerged, children, rectangular solid. So what you can write, volume of rectangular solid is equal to volume is equal to whatever has been given, children, 22 into 14 into 10.5 centimeter cube, because we are talking about volume. Okay, so what you will be writing, children, this implies pi into r square into h is equal to 22 into 14 into 10.5. so if you want, in place of 10.5 you will be writing what, 21 upon 2. This is what you can write. Okay, now what you will be writing, just we are done with everything, children. We are only left with the calculation part. So this implies I'll be writing 22 upon 7, okay, into radius has been given as 21. So into 21 into 21 into h is equal to 22 into 14 into 12 upon 2. So 12, no, children, 21 upon 2. Okay, so we'll just see what all things we can cancel. 22, 22, 21, 21 can cancel. This goes 7 times, children. So what are we getting now? We are getting, write down, this goes that side. So I'll just erase the above part. So what am I getting? I am getting 21 upon 7. Okay, this is equal to 3, of course. So you are getting that 3h is equal to 7. So the value of h that is we are getting is 7 upon 3. Okay, so this in turn is going to be equal to 21 upon 3 centimeter, or else in decimal if the answer is given, this will be equal to 2.33 centimeter. Alright, so this is the way this particular question has to be done. We will be now moving to question number 9, children. So what is there in question number 9? We'll just look into. So question number 9 says, see, I'll be writing down here. So in question number 9, it is given spherical marbles of diameter 1.4 centimeter are dropped into a beaker containing some water and then are fully submerged. The diameter of the beaker is 7 centimeter. Okay, find how many marbles have been drawn if the water rises by 5.6 centimeter. Okay, so this is also a very good question, children. Why good, children? Because this is, you all know the concept already. It's only how you are executing it. Okay, because whatever has been given, children, see, they are given, you have been given that a cylindrical containing. Okay, so not cylindrical, children. I am reading out question number 8. This is spherical are dropped into a beaker containing this. So you all know, children, that what is the shape of a beaker? Beaker is actually a cylindrical figure. Okay, and then what are you doing now? You are dropping in some marbles. So what are marbles? Marbles are spherical in shape. So what is happening whenever you are dropping this water, children? What is happening? There is of course there will be a rise in water level. Suppose initially the water was up till this mark. Now after pouring, the water will come up to this particular mark. Okay, so this is what is there, and now what you will be looking into, you will be looking into the things that are there. So I'll be just writing down now. So write down. So this particular height is h. Suppose this particular height, that is the rise in the level of water, you will be taking h, and that is the height that we will be considering. Okay, so here also I'll be taking two sides, children. One side I'll be taking a sphere, and the other side what I'll be taking the cylinder or the beaker. So here you have to understand, children, that the shape of the beaker has to be in the cylindrical form. So for the sphere, the diameter has been given as 1.4. So what will be the radius? Radius will be equal to 1.4 divided by 2, which in turn is 0.7, which can also be written as 7 upon 10. I'll be writing down in terms of fractions, children, so that it is easier for me to solve. Okay, so what will be the volume, children? The volume will be given by 4 upon 3 pi into r cube. Okay, so we'll be just replacing the values afterwards. So as of now, I'll be writing that this is equal to 4 upon 3 pi into 7 upon 10 cube. Okay, now we'll be moving to the cylinder part. So in the cylinder part, what I'll be writing, what is the radius that has been given? The diameter of the beaker is given as 7 centimeter. So it is understood that the radius will be equal to 7 upon 2 centimeter. And what you will be writing, let the rise in height. Okay. No, the rise in height has been given already, children. You don't have to let it. It is rising by 5.6 centimeter. Okay, so this particular height, I thought you have to find out, but it is given already that this is rising by 5.6 centimeter. 5.6 centimeter. So what will be the volume? You have to remember, children, we are not considering the entire volume. We are considering the volume, only this much volume which is there. Okay, in this particular surface. So what you will be writing, because that is the only rise in water, and that is the reason that why because you have inserted so many marbles, that is why this had led to the rise in water level. So what is the volume of this particular marbles, that what is the height that has been raised, children? That can be actually calculated by taking the volume of the marbles. Okay, so here what you will be taking, that the volume will be equal to 1 by 3 into pi into r square into h. So this in turn is equal to 1 by 3. What is pi? Pi, you will be keeping it like this. R square will be taken as 7 upon 2 square into h. H has been taken as, if you want, you can take it as 56 upon 10. If you want, you can take it as 5.6 as well. It's completely up to you, children. Okay, why do we take, children? Why? Because it is always easy to calculate using fractions. Okay, now what you will be writing, the formula says number of balls dropped. Okay, balls or marbles, not balls, children, these are marbles. dropped is equal to volume of cylinder divided by volume of cylinder divided by volume of small sphere. Okay, so now we'll be just replacing the values to find out what we are getting, children. So this in turn will be equal to how much? I'll just write down. This is equal to volume of cylinder we have taken as, why have we taken as 1/3, children? It's not 1/3. I'm sorry, my bad. This is just pi r square h. Okay, this is for the cone. So here what I'll be writing, volume of cylinder is equal to pi into 7/2 square into 56/10 divided by 4/3 pi into 7/10 cube. Okay, so here what you can see, as of now I can just cancel out pi. Rest of the calculations I'll be doing now. It's an easy one, children. Most of the things are going to get cancelled out, so we'll be looking what we are getting. So we are getting here 7/2 square, so 7/2 into 7/2 into 56/10. This is being divided by, in the denominator I am having 4/3 into 7/10 into 7/10 into 7/10. Okay, so this you have to calculate. You will be getting how much? 7/2 into 7/2 into 56/10 into, see this 3, it goes up, this becomes 3/4 into 10/7 into 10/7 into 10/7. Okay, so this is what you are getting. So we'll be just seeing what all the things that can be getting cancelled. 7 7, 2 of the 7s are getting cancelled. Further, this 10 is getting cancelled, children. What else can be getting cancelled? If you just look into, this is 56, children, so this goes 4 times. If you just reduce, so 56 divided by 4 is, this goes how much? 14. Okay, so this goes 14, and then one of the 7 is getting cancelled, so this goes 2 times, so this also get cancelled. So what are we left with? We are left with this 2, which goes 5 times, so we are left with 10 into 5 into 3, so this is 150. So what is the number of spherical balls, children? The number of spherical balls is equal to 150. Okay, so this was an easy one. So this is the way you are supposed to do this particular sum. We will be now moving to what, children? We will be now moving to question number 9. Okay, so question number 9 has been done. We'll be moving to question number 10. So in the question number 10, the question says what, children? If you just see, the cross section of a railway tunnel is a rectangle 6 meter broad and 8 meter high, surmounted by a semicircle. Okay, so this is the thing which has been given. They have already given you the figure, so the work is easier. Okay, surmounted by the tunnel is 35 centimeter long. Find the cost of plastering the internal surface of the tunnel excluding the floor. So this is only the starting part of the tunnel, children. They are saying that the tunnel is in this shape, of course, and this is a dome, so the upper part is also the dome here, it also. So this is the shape of your tunnel, suppose. Okay, so you can see that the base is actually a cuboid, and the upper part will be acting as, the face of the upper part is acting as a hemisphere, children, if you just see. So here what are you going to do, children? The tunnel is 35 meter long, means this particular distance have been given as 35 meter. Okay, and this has been 6 meter broad and 8 meter high. Okay, 6 meter broad means this is 8 meter and this is my 6 meter. So this is the figure all about. Now what you have to ask, you have to find the cost of plastering the internal surface of the tunnel. Of course you are not excluding the base surface. So here what you will be writing, children, because see the radius, if you see this particular hemisphere, the radius of this hemisphere will be equal to how much, children? This is equal to 6. So this is understood that this will be equal to 3. If you see, this will be acting as a hemisphere, or else not hemisphere, children. Actually, if you see, this is actually acting as half of a cylinder. Okay, so what you will be doing now, children, in this particular figure, see, internal surface area of this particular tunnel will be given by what? First we will be taking into account what? If you want, you can take into account circumference of this particular semicircle which is there. Okay, and then what next you will be doing? You will be taking into account, just let us have a look. So here if you are taking, and then you are taking this particular surface, and similarly on the other side also if you are taking this one, means this particular area and this particular, both of them are actually acting as a what? Semicircle, if you see. So you will be taking what? You will be taking the circumference of the semicircle, and then after that what you will be doing? Just a second, students, let us have a look. If you remember, the question of this type you have done in the previous year as well. Okay, so here we are taking what? Then we will be taking, so okay, there is an easy way, children, if you just see. So the internal area of this particular tunnel, you can be calculating what? See, if you want, you can just take the entire thing, entire length which is there in common. So the formula, it can go like this. Suppose this is the pi, or for the this particular part, then for the other particular line I'll be having pi r again, this other side, and then what I'll be taking is, see, this is, just a second, students, I'm just figuring out that how can this particular question be done. So here I am getting what? Internal surface will be given by, suppose I'm taking like this, L into, alright students, I'll be just looking into this particular question and then I'll be letting you know, because there is certain, means what, if do we have to take this particular area or this particular area, we'll have to look into. So I'll be just telling you in the next video.